What if you already are? What if you already are what you desire to be? And it just happens that your current circumstances or your current surroundings are not reflecting that. They aren't supporting that. They aren't speaking to you. They aren't confirming that that's who you already are. Let me give you an example. If you have a desire to write a book, only authors have desires to write books. That means you already are an author, even before you write the book. I want you to think about that. If you have the desire to fly airplanes, you already are an airline pilot. Only airline pilots have those desires already within them. See, what we fail to realize a lot of times is we already are the things that we desire, meaning there's something in us already. See, there's some foundational truths that need to be in place before we begin to steer our focus and our belief in that direction. And those some of those foundational truths can be found in the Attractive Thinker book on Amazon. That's why I talk about it so much. But let me share this with you. Some of the foundational truths could be for you because everybody's different. The desires that I have in my heart, the mere fact that they're in there and my heart is in me means I already am them. Can you imagine the just the idea that you already are what you desire to be in your life? Meaning what's in your heart, these desires, they're real things. They aren't fake things. They aren't just things to think about or things to ponder or things to, support you in daydreaming as you go about your day. No, they're real things. And they're waiting to be born. They're waiting for you to believe in them. They're waiting for you to acknowledge them. They're waiting for you to do something about them. That's the only way that they can be born. I want you to think about that. What if you already are that thing that you desire to be, and it's the limitations and the conditioning, the systemic conditioning that's blinding you to your true identity? What if you already are a CEO of a large corporation, even a small business owner? What if there's an empire inside of you waiting for you to acknowledge it, to believe it, to be born, to give life to it? Do you know that the things inside of you, only you can give life to them? I can talk about this because for so many years, I've searched outside of myself for what I already was, for what was already inside of me. And I don't despise that searching because it brought me here to this knowledge and this wisdom that I'm sharing with you, this understanding. It took me years to understand that. And that's why I wrote the Attractive Thinker book, because my heart's intent was to give you something that it took me years to get. I thought about all of the conferences that I went to. I thought about all of the leadership conferences that I went to, all of the mastermind breakfasts with great minds around the world. I thought about all the church services that I attended, and I grew up in the church. We went some of the churches I was at. We were there. We had to go 7 days a week. So when you want to talk about church and the messages and the preaching and the teaching, I've been through all of that, and I recall in my teenage years just saying to myself, I just can't do this anymore. There's something else. There's something else inside of me that is not being nourished. Something inside of me is not being addressed. I'm not producing the fruit. I'm hearing these messages, I'm at these conferences, and I will put all of my hope and trust in the next conference. I just put all my faith in the next conference. This conference coming up is going to be it. I'm going to really get what I need to do what I need to do for my life and in my world, and, fulfill my dreams, visions, and ideas and things like that. And I would attend the conference. Yep, they know how to keep the beat up. I would attend the church service. Oh, this speaker is coming into town, and I know that I'm going to get what I need to change my life, or to accomplish this goal, or to fill that void that's in me, to give me that meaning and fulfillment that I need to launch my life forward, to turn things around, to overcome. I know I'm going to get what I need. And the church service was fantastic and amazing. The conference was fantastic and amazing. I met some incredible people. The messages were great, but I left with a void, with something else. And it was that something else that needed to be unlocked that would launch me forward. Yes, everything sounds good and they know how to keep the beat going and the music going and the hype and all that. And they know how to yell out all of the problems and things that are going on that's wrong with you. But when the dust settles and I came home and took that conference bag, opened it up, threw the mint and the potato chips and the bottle of water away because I didn't need those, and looked through the flyers and the brochures, even the CD package and the program that I bought and all of that, there was still something missing that didn't support me in implementing, taking action, and staying steady. I can get started. And I know, attractive thinker, this is resonating with you, or you wouldn't even be listening to this message. I could get started, but there was something else that I needed to keep the momentum, to keep me moving until completion, until fruit, until I see the manifestation, until I'm experiencing the goal that I had, until my thoughts come from, in my head to real experiences in my hand and in my life. There was something missing. And it's that thing that was missing that I share with you in the Attractive Thinker book. That's why I wrote. Listen, I've had some people say to me, oh my God, the book is $97. It's not a book. It's a transformation. It's a life transformation. It's everything that I didn't get through the preached messages, everything I didn't get at the conferences, everything I didn't get through reading books, everything that I didn't get through hearing people, teachers, attending masterminds. I've done it all. And there was something missing. Let me share something with you. A preacher preaching a message at a church, he doesn't have the time. Listen, there are thousands of people listening to him and her on and offline. They don't have the time or the capacity to address everybody's individual issue. The speaker, the host at the conference, they're speaking one message in hopes that it will address the issues that are within the crowd, in the congregation, in the audience. But it's impossible because we're all different and we're all experiencing different things. How many times have you attended an event and it was great? You didn't have any objections. You didn't regret going, but you left still with something that wasn't addressed, and you don't know how to address it. You don't even know how to take what you just heard and apply it to that. See, there's some things that were missing in the cracks in my life. I'm a lifelong learner. I'm a truth seeker. I always wanted to know how life works, who God was, who am I, why am I here? I wanted to know those things. So it put me on a path to seeking. Scripture is right. Seek and you shall find. And what I've discovered is that the truth hurts, the truth helps, and the truth heals. That's what I discovered. I also discovered that the truth separates. It will set you apart. Now that you're set apart, see, you did what the preacher said, you did what the conference host said, and now things look kind of weird in your life. Now that you're set apart, you can't fit into conversations that you used to fit into. What used to be funny is not funny anymore. What you used to do for fun, you don't want to do that anymore. It's like it takes a certain taste right out of your mouth. And you find yourself pulling away. The same social experiences and events you used to attend, you don't have the desire to do that anymore. And here's a big one: the people that you used to hang around, now you're not so eager to run and jump every time you get a text or a phone call or an invitation to something, because something has shifted in you. See, the truth will separate, and that's something that attractive thinkers aren't aware of. That's something that I discovered the hard way. I was like, you don't want to be healthy? I'm sharing all this health information. I discovered that at least 95% of the issues, the sickness and diseases that we experience in our life, they're within our control. We can do something about them. And I started sharing all of this health information, not understanding that everybody doesn't want to be healthy. Everybody doesn't want to be healthy. Some people like their illnesses. If they weren't sick, then they wouldn't have anything to talk about. If they weren't sick, then they wouldn't get support. If they weren't sick, they wouldn't be pacified and enabled. Think about that. And some people just don't want to do what it takes to be healthy. Some people don't want to go that extra mile. Let me share something with you. A lot of people are walking around looking for motivation. What I've discovered is that you don't need motivation. What you need is discipline. Discipline will trump motivation all day long. You know why? Because motivation comes and goes. But discipline is a constant. That means I show up every single day, just like I did yesterday. You know why I say that? Because I learned that consistency is king. When I look at the earth, the sun, the moon, and the stars, and think about it, you're watching, you're listening to this message, you're breathing. Nobody is breathing for you. You're breathing. And it's involuntary. You're not doing it on your own. It's consistent. You go to sleep and you wake up. You even breathe in your sleep without your help. That's the power of consistency. Everything that God made is consistent. I started studying nature, and the world goes around and the sun continues to shine and the stars are in the sky and the air is consistent and the birds do what they do in the morning. And at night we go to sleep and then we wake up again. Consistency. What he put in place is going to stay there forever. Discipline is a consistent spirit, meaning rain or shine, you're going to get up and you're going to exercise and you're going to work out and you're going to take care of that vessel that your spirit lives in, because you understand that you're only going to get one. And you understand that you're the expression through this vessel. You get to express through this body. Consistency and discipline. See, these are the things that you're going to find in the Attractive Thinker book. I've had some tough experiences in my life and they took me to the deep. Where is the deep? Deep within myself. And those are where the treasures are. You're not going to find these treasures laying out on the surface, on the sand, on the ground. They don't give these out where you go. They don't sell these at the store. Some things in life, the most important things in life, the things that are going to anchor your spirit and get you through life and overcome challenges, they are discovered from within. They are hidden within you. So after this message, you no longer have to seek for yourself outside of yourself. You don't have to look for anything outside of you. Just start sitting with yourself. Get your copy of the Attractive Thinker book and start sitting with yourself. I'll walk you through the whole process. I'm talking to you just like I'm talking to you now, just like it's just me and you in the room. In the book, I'm talking to you like it's just me and you in the room. And you're going to start discovering some things about yourself. I promise you, you won't be the same. I promise you, you won't be able to put it down. It is a treasure and it gets to the deep. It's not on the surface. If you're ready to discover real answers, you want to know the real truth, you want to know who you really are, you want to know how far you can really go, you want to know what the keys are to success in life, get your copy today. It's on Amazon. Get your copy. You know why I wrote the book? Because I couldn't find what I needed anywhere on this planet, all in one place. I couldn't find the resources to address my health. I couldn't find the resources to address my money, my business, my relationships. I couldn't find the resources to address my soul. All in one place. You can go here, there, you're going to hear stuff everywhere. Conferences, churches, schools, educational facilities, at home, with your friends, in the market. You're going to hear stuff everywhere. But where can you get all of that in one place and it's congruent? One step works with the other step. And then you have practical application. Okay, how do I take what I just experienced, what I just heard, and apply it to what I'm going through right now? See, that's the piece that's missing, the practical application. The messages were great. The conferences were great. The preaching was great. The teachers were great. My parents were great. All your friends around you trying to support you. I call them well-wishers because, through coaching Attractive Thinkers down through the years, I've had comments like, Dr. Tony, I have friends around me that I tried to share this with, and they're good friends. They would sit and listen, but they couldn't give me an answer back. They didn't have an answer. They couldn't dive into it like you did and show me myself and show me who I really am and show me why I'm experiencing this and show me what to do about it. There's nothing wrong with the friends around you. Yes, they have great intentions. They want to help you, but the issue is they can't. They're incapable. Sometimes the people that we depend on the most don't have the answers that we're looking for. It doesn't mean that anything is wrong with them. It just means that you need to find your answer. And you're not going to find it in the current circle that you're in. So the Attractive Thinker book is hidden treasures that I've discovered on my life's journey that I want to share with you. Why do I want to share them with you? Because you're hurting, because you feel lost, because you don't know what to do, because you're in a rat race, because you're in a routine and you keep doing the same thing every single day, and you wake up and you don't have your dream, and you don't have your book, you haven't started your business, you don't feel the freedom and the fulfillment and the meaning and the connection in life, you don't feel connected to yourself. And when you lay down at night, you say the same things and you think the same things. Oh, I didn't get around to me today, or I didn't get around to doing what I said I was going to do. I'll try again tomorrow. And then you wake up and you say, oh, another day. And everything is on your list except you. Everything is on your to-do list except you. That's why I wrote the book. It's not just a book. It's a treasure. It's a resource to support you wherever you are on your journey. Because I'm a dream advocate. I'm coming for the dream. If somebody doesn't come for the dream inside of you and stimulate and stir that thing up, how are you going to even know that there's something inside of you that needs to come out? How are you going to know that you are what you're feeling? You are what you're thinking. You are what you're dreaming about. It's not just a dream. It's real. Look at you. Look at me. I wasn't always here. I came from somewhere. You came from somewhere. Somebody had to do something, activate something to get you here. Or you would never have had the opportunity to exist. And that's how I feel about that dream that's inside of you. That dream will never have an opportunity to exist if something doesn't stimulate it inside of you, if something doesn't nurture it, trigger it, water it, stir it up. That's why it's important to be around people that are capable of doing that, of lighting your fire and keeping it lit. Your environment matters. Check your environment. Check your environment. Is it conducive for growth? You know, when I go to step into an environment, or somebody sends me an invitation, or I go to make a decision about something, I check the environment. I'm looking around. I want to see what is growing here. Because if nothing's growing here, what makes me think that my powerful self can grow here? I don't care how beautiful the environment is. If nothing is growing there, why would I plant myself there? How can I grow where things are not growing? When I think about relationships and people that I spend my time with, I listen to the conversations. I listen to what they call challenges and obstacles. I listen to see if they can spot opportunities. I just listen to the conversation. If you just listen to what's coming out of people's mouths, they're telling you who they are. And if that conversation is not stimulating to me and lighting my fire, I'm out. I don't even accept the invitation, or I won't go back, or I can't connect. Because there's a fire inside of you, attractive thinker, and it's not okay for that fire not to be lit. It's not okay for that fire to be lit when you go to church, and then somebody blows it out, or you let it, the flame die when you leave. It's not okay for that fire to be lit while you're traveling to the conference. It's all exciting. You got your luggage and everything. You done paid for your ticket, and you met some people that's going to the conference along the way. And your fire is lit, and then you're on your way home, and you got your conference bag and all your workbooks and notes and everything that's in there. But there's something else that you're taking home with you as well, and it's not in the bag. It's inside your heart. And you carry it everywhere you go. And you're wondering, when is it going to happen? My question to you is, when are you going to happen? That's the real question. When are you, attractive thinker, going to happen? You always hear me say, my life's work, that'll always be to make your life better, because it is not what you're going through. It's how you're viewing it. Think attractively, and I'll see you soon.